My name is Keden Rogers from Cooper City, Florida. My legal situation was I got arrested on 2 charges, one of burglary, one of grand theft. I worked for University Dodge. I was working in the back of it, doing my regular duties, and a truck got traded in. I knew the person that owned it before that. I took the speaker that I had previously installed in it out. One thing led to another. They checked the cameras, it caused a whole issue. I ended up getting arrested for it and charged with burglary and grand theft. As soon as they asked me about it, I told them the full truth. What happened, I admitted to it. Simple as that. I without even knowing that they had the camera footage until they showed it to me after, but they drilled me. They tried to get me to admit to things that I hadn't done, previous crimes that had happened there. I felt pretty let down that I was being treated the way I was as an employee there for a year and a half. You know, I was a hard worker. I was really close to a lot of the managers there, but yet one little slip up and I was treated like a bum on the street, basically. I found out about Adam through a mutual friend. My girlfriend's father actually has used him in the past, recommended him very highly, told me there isn't anybody else that I should go to except him. I came to Adam and he helped me out from the get-go to the end. I was considering going to a lawyer or dealing with a public defender after speaking with Adam, after going through this whole court process and everything. I thank God that I went to Adam, and if I didn't, I could have been looking at a lot worse scenario if I hadn't had his help from the beginning. I had never had a run-in with the cops, really. I didn't really know how any of it worked. When I first sat down with Adam, you know, he started from the basis of how this works, how that works, how the charges go. He basically explained it all as simple as possible so I could understand it. The first court date, Adam basically told me one of my options was the PCI program. It was a good program that wasn't as serious as probation, but a little more rigorous. But at the end of it, they would dismiss my charges. The result of my case was, after a little bit of work, a little bit of time, and a couple court dates with Adam there, we managed to resolve it. After putting in a deposition to get me into the PCI program, it worked just like he thought it would. The managers at my old job that didn't want to let me into the PCI program, after him giving them the deposition and talking to them and whatnot, they worked with me and they let me in so that way I can work past this, do my duties, and get this behind me after my PCI program is up. I would absolutely recommend Adam to anyone I knew, really, anyone going through anything with law. I mean, he's a really straightforward lawyer, taught me a lot about the court system and everything else, and educated me on how it all worked, helped me get through it all.